Thank you. Hi guys, welcome to the show. I'm in the Volvo XC40 Recharge T5. MCO situation is getting quite crazy, so I'm going to be doing some reviews by myself and they're going to be super short. This is the facelift to the 2018 model. In fact, the 2018 model is still being sold today as the same thing. It's still a 2-litre all-wheel drive T5, but this one is a 1.5-litre 3-cylinder front-wheel drive T5 Recharge T5, and it's got a plug-in hybrid battery system. Besides that, the equipment is exactly the same. You still get the R-Design body kit, you still get some really nice seats and upholstery, wireless charging pad, instrument cluster that's fully digital, nice leather-wrapped steering wheel. The petrol version that we reviewed before was already like a 4 out of 5 in every regard, and now that the facelift is out, they've actually dropped the price of the petrol version to something like 230 something thousand ringgit. If anything, the value of that car has gone up. But then we have this car, 10,000 ringgit more expensive than the petrol variant. Smaller engine, but with the electric motor, so the torque is a lot more. Different gearbox and the ability to plug in to charge up the car. Now Volvo are sort of selling this as a environmentalist's dream, right? So the 3 biggest reasons to spend that 10,000 ringgit extra up front, I mean, put it into your loan of course, is 1, you'll be using a lot less petrol. So if you're driving a lot every day and you're spending like what, 700, 800 ringgit a month on petrol, usually you will save a bit of money. The second reason is, well, you care for the environment and you don't want your daily commute to involve any carbon emissions. Then yeah, if your daily commute is less than 20 kilometers to and less than 20 kilometers from your work, if you're even working from your office anymore, then this car can do about 40 kilometers of electric driving on a full charge. But of course you have to think about where the batteries go after they die. Where do batteries go after they die? Maybe battery heaven. And well, the third reason to do it is, well, image. I think Volvo and a lot of car companies is trying to push electric as cool, and I think Tesla got it down pretty well because they went all electric straight away. Having an electric car in Malaysia is still kind of rare. Plug-in hybrids, not so rare, but you know, there are instances where you can drive like it's an electric car, and if that's cool to you, and if being environmentally friendly is a cool image you want to project, maybe you will spend 10,000 ringgit on this car. But overall, it's actually a worse car than the petrol model. And let me explain why. Yes, you get electric range, 40 plus kilometers of electric range, but you have to charge up your car every night. Charging your phone is easy, right? You just drop it on a wireless charger, or the thing is light, you know, you use 2 hands, done. Charging up a car is a different story because it's physical work, you know. The cable is not exactly lightweight, and then you gotta, you know, plug it in and open the port. I mean, it's not difficult, but it's not as easy as charging your phone. That's what I'm trying to get at. The boot is actually a little bit worse because in the petrol version, you actually had like a little compartment which folded up, the lid folded up, and you had like the big storage area. Now there's a cable in there, so you can't really use that unless you keep the cable at home. And the way the floor opens up this time, it kind of just gets stuck halfway. I distinctly remember that not being a problem in the old car, in the petrol car. So yeah, the boot seems a little bit less useful in the plug-in hybrid version, and you don't even have a spare tire anymore. Then you move into the back seats, and actually the back seats are exactly the same, no issue there. Then you move into the front seats, and well, the front seats are actually exactly the same, but problem here is that there's no removable bin. I know that's not a big deal, but it's less than what you get in the petrol version. The petrol version has that removable thing. Once you pop the hood, you'll see that you have actually a 3-cylinder engine, and I'm going to try and demonstrate something here. Right now, everything's off. I mean, we're running off battery power just to power the air conditioning. And then I'm going to press this button called charge. You press charge and basically the petrol engine turns on, and it starts to like be a dynamo and charge up the electric motor. So I'm just going to show you what happens. 3-cylinder startup, a little bit rough, but not unacceptable. So now it's idling. I can feel a little bit of, you know, vibrations coming through the center console. I can see my phone is just slightly moving. If I start to rev up a little bit, it does vibrate a little bit more, but okay, fine. Now normally this won't be an issue, because if you're in most of the drive modes, which are like hybrid and pure and all that, you won't feel this kind of roughness, but it's there. It's just lurking beneath the surface. The real issue with the engine and the overall package is that even though there's so much more torque than in the petrol car, it's actually 1 whole second slower than the petrol car going to 0 to 100. You know, those 3 reasons to buy in the beginning, those are like good reasons, but I think now that the petrol car is 10,000 ringgit cheaper, it just makes more sense to get the petrol car, don't you think? This car is, I mean, it's still essentially the same thing. The only difference is, like I said, the bin, the boot, and the badges. Bin, boot, badges, battery. Bin, boot, never mind, you get it, the 4 Bs. It's not like I wouldn't recommend this, but I would recommend the petrol version over this even more. That's it, that's my review. Quick and easy. Alright, thanks for watching. See you soon. Take care of yourself during this pandemic.